right, motherfuckers. That right there was brand new Journey into Darkness. Let's take a journey right now into the fucking dark, and let's call fucking Brett up and see what the fuck is going on in his world, man. Hello, Brett.
What's up, Zach?
Dude, what's going on, man?
Listen, thanks for playing the old and the new.
Hell yeah, dude. We got to, man. Dig into the past and then bring him to the fucking new, man. Fucking holy shit.
Just, there's, let me think here for a second. There's, what is it? Almost 30 years between those two.
30?
That was, Sorrow was 91, 92, so it's 30 years.
30 fucking years. Holy shit, man.
Yep. Yeah, how crazy. I mean, it's crazy.
That is crazy, man. Like, what the fuck? But that's bad. You know what? That's badass, man. Like, look where you look where you came from and look where you are now, dude.
Yeah, full circle.
Jesus.
Not totally full circle, but pretty close.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. So tell us, man, what is going on in the world of Journey into Darkness right now?
I just released that album, Infinite Universe, Infinite Death, about 3 weeks ago now. So it's really just been, just promoting it, trying to get some reviews, some interviews, posting up anywhere and everywhere I can. And just as an aside, this album actually was released digitally by myself, but I had a label, Spirit Coffin Publishing, who actually pressed up CDs and cassettes, and there will be vinyl, but the vinyl has been delayed by 2 to 3 months. Unfortunately, there's actually like a worldwide shortage of vinyl pressing right now, and so special thanks to Josh over at Spirit Coffin Publishing for pressing up those CDs, cassettes, and soon to be vinyl. But that's it. So yeah, just doing a lot of that as far as promos and stuff. It's keeping me pretty busy.
Man, there's a fucking shortage of everything right now. God damn, dude. Like, what the fuck,
That's
man? Like,
true, right?
What are they putting the fucking? They're putting the computer chip in the fucking records. Like, what the fuck are they doing? No, but hey, man, I'm sure it's gonna be worth the wait, dude. I will be fucking definitely ordering one of those fucking records for sure myself, man. Got to, man.
That's cool. Yeah, they're gonna look really nice. He's doing them on blue vinyl, of course. So. They're going to look really nice. The covers came out, from all the mock-ups, the covers look beautiful. I mean, the CDs and the cassettes came out really good, so I'm just assuming that the vinyl is going to come out, it's going to look as good. So, yeah, I'm really psyched for it.
So, definitely. So tell us about this. Tell us about the label, man, because I know the last time I talked to you for the last release, you were kind of like on the fence about, signing over to a label and everything. You were like, fuck it, I'll just do it myself, man. And I was like, hell yeah, man, whatever, whatever you want to do. But then this happened, so tell us about it.
Yeah, sure. Well, basically, I was getting set to do a self-release again, and I was just going to press up some CDs and cassettes on my own. I wasn't going to do the vinyl, but I had Johnny Priogi is the artist, and he finished up the cover of the artwork, and I was like, oh, it's amazing. Again, he does great work. So I posted it up, and the guy, his name is Josh, he does a webzine called Grizzly Butts.
Yeah.
And he had actually done last year when I did the other album, Multitudes of Emptiness. When I put that out, he had that as listed as his top 10 underrated albums of the year. So he was kind of into my music, and in fact, he actually knew the very first CD, which I put out in '96, which is an all synth CD. He's a big gamer also, so he was really into like the crossover of synth and metal. And so when he saw that I had a new album coming out, and he saw the new cover for that album, he got in touch with me right away, and he was like, hey, listen, I'm starting up a label and a publishing company, Spirit Coffin, and he said, I'd really love to put out your release. It looks great, it sounds great, and he was really into the music. So at first, like you said, I was thinking, hey, I'll do this on my own again. But he was really into it, and having someone who's really into your music, who wants to put it out, is he's going to do a good job. And so we came to a really simple, easy agreement with it, and it was like within a few days we were like, yeah, let's do it. And he was already doing the layouts, and we had everything submitted already to the manufacturing plants within like less than 2 weeks from when we said yes, let's do this. So he was, did a great job, and once again, shout out to Josh. Thank you very much.
That is cool, man. That is cool. And you know what? Grizzly Butts. Like, I've been seeing that name quite a bit for the past 6 or 7 months. To be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
A lot of bands getting their stuff on there, and it's cool, man.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, "What the fuck is Grizzly Butts, man? Like, what the fuck is this?"
Yeah, he explains it on his website, grizzlybutts.com. He kind of says he wanted to keep it so that it stays underground, and like he said, he wants to stay true to why he started it. He started it pretty long ago. It's been many years for him, but so he came, he just had that kind of wacky name, and he kept it. It stuck, and he started up this publishing company a couple of months ago. He's got a bunch of releases that are coming out. That are coming out. He's also publishing a zine, and I think he's going to be doing a book at some point too. He likes to write, so
that is cool.
So you can check that out. He's on Facebook too, so you can look for Grizzly Butts or Spirit Coffin Publishing. So yeah, that's how it kind of just the spur of the moment. He just got in touch with me, and I was like, something. This is good timing. Let's do it.
I need to get him on the show too, man. We got to talk about Grizzly Butts.
Yeah. It'd be funny.
Hey, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
That's a great idea, though, man. Like, because the name really sticks. Like you see that and you remember it because it's like, what the fuck is that? It's like,
yeah,
it's just so weird, But that's cool. I like it when people do things like that where it's out of the norm, and just
yeah.
But that's really cool, man. That is fucking cool, dude. So
yeah.
What has how has the response been so far?
It's been actually really, really good. I don't want to sit here and say, it's everyone loves it. It's great, but all in all, it's been really good. I've gotten some really, really good, excellent reviews, and I've gotten some good reviews, and I had only one really, really bad review. And it was from some guy from Poland, and he just told me, asshole. I don't know what his problem was. It was like he didn't like me, or he doesn't like Josh, or I don't know what it was. He was like going out of his way to be really nasty.
What did he say?
And he was basically just saying this is a piece of shit. I mean, that's basically what he was saying. But it was like I owed him money or something. But whatever, it was like early on. It was like the second review, so I was like, oh shit, I felt like I felt kind of crappy at first, but then after that, the reviews started coming in, and they were all positive from 7, 8, 9s, and 9.5s. So I was really happy after that, and it didn't matter. That one review didn't matter anymore.
Hey, it happens, man. There's always some asshole out there that don't like it, and. At the end of the day, like reviews, what is it? It's just really just somebody's opinion that's sitting there that has the capability of putting it out there, But I mean, truthfully, but yeah, like
you made it personally though. It was like personal. It was really weird, and it was in Polish, so maybe the Google translator wasn't so perfect. But it was like I said, it was like personally insulting me, and I don't know. To me, it's one thing if you don't like it and you just say, hey, I really didn't like it, but, if you like this style, you might like it. Or if you really hate it that much, just don't even comment on it. I mean, people put in a lot into their music, or at least most people do. There's just no reason to, go out of your way to, be a dick about it. But, hey, some people are like that.
Yeah. You know what? I'm always amazed by that, how much time people will put into dissing something rather than pushing it up, or just if they don't like you, like you said, if you don't like it, just ignore it and move on to the next. But some people I don't know, I guess Listen,
from the '80s, Ludacris. Most people are dicks, So I don't know if anyone out there remembers that. Showing my age again.
Well, there's definitely some websites out there that thrive on like just fucking trashing motherfuckers. Like that's what they do, and that's where they get their kicks, man. And it's like, fuck, dude. Like, we get it, man. Like, like, how many times are we gonna see somebody fucking post a fucking article about Vince Neil's fucking shitty fucking like, come on, man.
Yeah, everything. But yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, dude. But hey, I get it, man.
Whatever.
You got to pay your bills,
Like as I said, you just try to shrug that stuff off. But there's a little piece of you that still hurts when you read stuff like that. I mean, listen, this music is, is my baby, and people, I really do mean that. Like, it is that personal to me, and so I realize that not everyone's going to like it, but to get something like that heinous, it was like, all right, but it was almost so bad that I could ignore it because it was so over the top bad. Anyway, we don't have to keep talking about that, but other than that, it's been really it's been good response, and I've been happy with it, so it's cool.
That's probably actually why, like, because be honest with you, when I listen to your music, I can totally tell exactly what you just said. It's something that it's coming from your fucking soul, from your heart, man. Like, you can tell this is something that you're putting everything that you have into it. When you listen to it, when I listen to it, I mean, that's what I get from it. I listen to it and I take it in and ingest it and feel it and listen to it and that's where I'm thinking about it. Like, there's some music that people put out that you can tell is just like something they're just putting out, just sort of, I don't know, just going with the fucking flow or whatever. But then there's stuff like this where it's like really deep and, in tune with somebody's fucking inner things, and like, so I can see why somebody that's wanting to do something like that, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a crack at this motherfucker.
Right? Yeah. Well,
fucked up, though.
Listen, it's a small Polish blog, and listen, the stuff over there, those, everything is on Russian torrent sites anyway, so whatever. It wasn't a big deal. It's not a big deal, but I spent a lot of time not only on the music but the lyrics too. Obviously, by what you're saying, the lyrics mean a lot to me, and I kind of pour my heart out into those lyrics. It's kind of like my outlet. They're a bit gloomy, doomy, but at the same time, I'm not really like that as a person. So that's sort of my outlet to be able to express that part of me.
And man, being on Russian torrents and stuff like that, like, thinking about it, I mean, not everybody gets on there, like, so that means a lot of people like it if they're fucking willing to fucking pirate it, you know what I mean? I know it sucks, but like at the same time, it's like, well, that is kind of cool, man.
Yeah, it's getting the music out there, and it comes down to is, listen, I have no delusions of grandeur. This is never going to be a living for me. I don't do it for that at all. I don't even, if I even make back a quarter of what I put into this monetarily, fine. So the fact that it's out there free, listen, you can't do anything about it. And as long as they like it and they're enjoying it and they're kind of spreading it around, that's what it is.
Hey, man, you never know, dude. You never know, man. Like, I mean, seriously, this music is up there with whatever Dimmu Borgir put out last year or the year before or whatever. I mean,
well, thank you.
In my opinion, that. Like, as far as like that kind of genre, I'm guessing that's what kind of genre this music sort of fits into for fans of stuff like that. But I mean, like, man, if a lot more people hear this, I think they're gonna go nuts.
Yeah, it's just a matter of, listen, there's a lot of bands out there and there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of crap, but there's a lot of good stuff, and so it's hard to reach everyone. It really is. I do my best, and you help out a lot, and I'm actually really excited to get started with you doing this. So that should hope get it get it in front of more people, and like you said, maybe it'll parlay a little bit and get a little bit bigger. If it does, great. And that's it. The demo, I get a lot of that, like the comparison a lot, which is a huge compliment. I mean, those guys are immensely talented, but my music's, I think, a little bit, I guess, like you said, a little bit darker and a little bit heavier. So I'm hoping I can, pull in a little bit of the crowd that's more into like the straight symphonic black metal stuff, or the symphonic death metal, where it's a little bit heavier than they are.
So tell us a little bit about your history, man, like going back to the Sorrow days and everything. Like, give us
sure. Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, if you go way back, I'll do this as quickly as possible, but I was big into rock, obviously, when I was, 10, 12 years old. Like, I was big into, Ted Nugent. We don't have to get into politics, but I loved Ted Nugent when I was 12 years old. I loved Aerosmith. Those were my two favorite, and I was always looking for something heavier, and then I found the Sex Pistols, and that blew my mind. And, from there, it just became all hardcore. I became like, basically all the hardcore punk stuff, the early 80s, Washington and Washington, D.C. stuff, and a lot of stuff that was out of Boston. And I wasn't into the New York hardcore scene that much, even though I lived there. But so I was really, really into hardcore. And then about 85, when Hell Awaits came out and Exodus Bonded by Blood came out, like that just literally changed my life. And so that became like my favorite stuff. And so the influences, I guess, obviously start from that. So from there, it kind of just parlays into all the death metal that came out. But I was also into some of the doomier stuff, and bands like Trouble I was really into. So Sorrow back in the late 80s, early 90s incorporated a bunch of the death metal and a lot of doom elements. And so that's a lot of my early stuff. And I was really into Rush, especially like the early stuff, Rush, like 2112, Fail Little Kings, Hemispheres, some of my favorite albums. So there's a little bit of influence from that too. And then a little later on in the 90s, when Emperor and Slave split, the Hordanes Land came out, Hordanes, that came out, I was really into that. And then In the Night Side Eclipse came out, that just blew me away. And that was kind of like my Hell Awaits into black metal. And I was obsessed with that album for a while. So as far as the early roots, that's where it all came from. And interesting enough, Dimmu was not on my list. There was band I listened to them, but I was never really a big fan of them. And it's so funny that it just seems that's like the influence that everyone assumes, but I really was not actually into them that much. Okay, that answers the question. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean, man. Fucking, I mean, like, I guess it's the I don't know. I guess it's the symphonic part of it.
Exactly.
Like it's definitely. But there's so much more than that. Like that's just a name that you can throw out there that a lot of people know. And they're like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I get compared to Limbonic Art, like the earliest stuff, Odium. Actually, someone just turned me on to a band I didn't even know. I missed them back in the early 2000s, Cirrus, which was, I think they're out of Portugal, had a phenomenal album. And so that stuff was there too. Although, that's all influences. So, I mean, I have a lot of influences from just straight up death metal to straight up black metal to the symphonic black metal, some early doom. That's really all that's basically where it all comes. And I just I just take all of those elements and put them together, and this is what comes out.
Well, for all the gearheads out there that are wondering, man, like what kind of equipment were you using to get these sounds on this record?
Well, I have my Yamaha guitar from my Sorrow days, but everything is basically in the box. So I'm using Cubase to get technical, and I use Wavelab for my mastering. But as far as I don't know if anyone like all the synth stuff and all the orchestral instruments are all, obviously they're all virtual instruments. I don't know how technical you want to get with it, but the amp sims were ML Sounds. I use their amp sims, which I love. I think they sound great. Believe it or not, some people, no one's really been able to pick it up, but it is a drum machine. And I spend countless hours programming those drums so that they sound realistic. I'm using addictive drums too, it's a great sound, and I just do a lot of mixing through Cubase. And I spent a lot of time on the mix. I spent probably a good month, even more than that, maybe 2 months almost on the mix. And I have a lot of mastering experience from years ago. I used to own a record label, and I used to do a lot of mastering for bands. And so I have a lot of experience with that. So, I don't know I don't want to get any more technical than that.
Oh no, yeah, dude. Like, I remember when you sent me the raw mixes for the record, and you were asking my opinion. I was listening to it. And I was like, man, this is fucking awesome, dude. And then you went back and you remastered or remixed or did whatever you did. I don't know what you did, man, but it like took it to a whole new level. And
I kept going back. I mixed it, and it was a final mix, and then the next day I'd be like, this isn't, I got to do it again, and then I would mix it again, and I'd tweak the guitar sound, and I would, tweak the bass sounds, and then I would tweak tweak everything, and then I'd go back and I'd have to EQ it again, and then when that's all finished, then you got the mastering process, and then the mastering process took me, not quite as long, but then I did. I had 3, 4, 5 different settings for the mastering, so it just kept going on and on and on and on. So I spent countless hours doing everything, writing it all, writing the lyrics, doing the mixing. It was a lot of work, but I love it. I'm very happy with the outcome, and so it was cool.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I got some questions for you coming in from the chatters, sure. Man. See here, Thunderous wants to know, where and how do you plan to play live?
I've gotten this question a lot, and I just won't be playing live, and there's multiple reasons, but the main reason is I just don't have the wherewithal to get a whole band together and deal with the bullshit that you deal with a band with four personalities. And especially if it's like only my music and I want them to play my stuff, it's going to be really hard to get people to kind of fit that jigsaw puzzle. And the time it would take to practice and rehearse all of this, I don't have the energy. I did it years ago when I was with Sorrow. And I actually have a problem with my hearing. Like, I have a very bad case of tinnitus, and I have some hearing loss in my left ear. And to start practicing, a couple of nights a week and playing out shows and stuff, I don't want to go deaf. So that's the short, long answer of why I won't be playing out.
Right on, man. Totally understand. The band Emporium is in the chat room right now, and they said ML Sounds is the best, man. We use them as well.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Yeah, I was using a lot of other stuff. TSE was one that was used by a lot of people for a while, but the new ML stuff is really, really good. I love it. It's amazing. And it's, as far as the technical stuff goes, I'm using for the orchestra stuff. It's Albion 1 through Spitfire, and I also use Arc through Orchestral Tools. So if anyone cares, but yeah, that's cool.
Vicky wants to know, would you play live in her basement?
I don't. I guess with I'll play with a ukulele. No. Well, thanks for asking, but probably not. I don't think my wife would be happy.
I mean, I guess you could, like, with a drum machine and everything, but like that would be weird. That would be strange. I've never seen a band play like that. Like virtually a one-man band play live with just I don't even. Yeah. Like I'm not sure. I'm sure somebody's done it. I'm sure. Like probably fucking stupid for not knowing, but like there's probably people that do it. But yeah, that would be fucking weird, man.
Yeah, I know. Listen, listen. You see guys that like, right? They set up on a spot on the street and they start playing stuff, and then they loop it, and then you play on top of that. So it would be a real boring show, though. It would definitely be boring.
Hell yeah. She also wants to know, what do you prefer, bloodbaths or showers?
Yeah. I'll say bloodbaths, but I guess I prefer showers, but as I get older, I prefer the bloodbaths.
I mean, bloodbaths definitely would probably look cooler.
Definitely, and I could probably use a better promo shot also.
With a video, man. Like, speaking of that, are there any plans on any videos or anything like that coming out?
The only videos right now that I've done is some lyric videos, and the latest lyric video that I did is called "From the Briefest Moment," that song. And I actually was I assembled clips. I didn't actually film it, but I was able to assemble some really good high quality HD footage and assembled a video that was very. It looked good for the song. It really conveyed the message and the imagery that I wanted. So I'm actually really happy with the way that particular video came out. And I did another one before that that had some nice background video, space stuff. And so I think I'll probably go more along the lines of that, where getting some stock video footage, but the right stock video footage, not making it look too generic, and just do my videos that way. Again, I'm not. I don't have not having a band together. If I'm not the singer, it kind of look kind of weird and silly for me to be, I forgot the movie, but like a movie where Eddie Murphy's playing every part in the movie. I kind of want the video to look like that.
I don't know. I guess it could work, but I mean, it would be a lot of work, and it would
it's a lot of work, and it's like, unless listen, if I can, it's one thing where Metal Blade does it, and you get a couple 100,000 views. It's one thing, then it's okay to spend the extra money and the extra time on it. But if I put it up on my YouTube channel and a couple of 100 people view it, if I even get 1,000 views or 2,000, it's there's only so much effort that I'm going to be able to put into it.
What does it even cost nowadays to do like a music video? I mean, what is
I would think it probably came down in price almost, because the equipment that you need to do it is so much cheaper than it used to be. I mean, you used to, I guess I'm not talking about, full-blown production, but I think an independent video, I think you could shoot for less than a couple of $100. You just get one or two people, someone who has a decent camera, or a decent camera is only a couple of $100 now, and it's just more a matter of getting a place to do it. Is getting the sites lined up so you can do a good shot. But I don't think it would actually cost that much, because people can do it themselves, or even the editing. You could do the editing yourself, or hiring someone out with editing these days is a lot cheaper, because again, the software and the equipment is a tenth of the price that it used to be.
It definitely seems like lyric videos are the way to go right now, as far as the way things are going. Because I mean, that just seems like what a lot of people are doing. A lot of even big bands, like that have really big whatever, are doing fucking just lyric videos, that are coming out with these things, and it's like, fuck, man. Like, I remember back in the day when that sort of started, and it was like, it just seemed it seemed kind of like something that somebody would do that didn't have the funds to do something else. But now it's like you see all these motherfuckers left and right, fucking doing it, and it's
everyone does it.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
but
Yeah, they're pretty easy to do, and I take that back. They're not easy. I mean, they're not easy in the sense that there's still a lot of work that you got to do. Like, you got to cut and paste every single word, and if you put effects on the words, it does take some time to do. Yeah. But again, but it's all done with one person can sit in front of their computer for a day and get the whole thing done. So it makes it a lot easier, simpler, and again, I don't know how much promotional material that these videos actually do, like how much promotions they are. So, if you spend $500 or $1,000 on a video, you got to sell, an extra 500 CDs or something. And, one video is just not going to do that. So for smaller bands or independent, it's very, you don't want to spend too much money on it. So the lyric videos are the easiest way. And, for someone like me, my lyrics are really, really important to me. So I like having the lyrics up there and letting people kind of read the lyrics as they're listening to the music, because I think it multiplies the effect by a lot.
Hell yeah, man. Now, with this record being on a label, and I know you've been featured in some bigger websites.
Yeah.
What can you tell us? Like, what's the reaction, or what's the how does that, when you get featured on a bigger website, how does that actually affect the band? Like, I mean, like, can you give us like a statistical breakdown of like or an average?
What it basically what it does is basically like I can't break it down but I would say any of the bigger ones, from Decibel to No Clean Singing, every time they put it up, I would get like an extra few thousand streams on my Bandcamp. I would get, a few thousand extra streams on the Spotify. Excuse me. I get a little bit on YouTube also.
So it does work.
100 views. Yeah, it definitely works. It definitely beefed up interest and got a lot of extra traffic on all the sites. Definitely.
See, I've been wondering about that, because I know like some of those websites, and I don't want to name names or anything like that, but
yeah, sure.
I know some of them definitely, like they post a lot of stuff about just I don't know, just different fucking like drama stuff, like stuff that's gonna be like clickbait, that's gonna get people to click on something, that's just fucking to get people to fucking fight and argue, and I get that, and that's totally cool, but, or it's not really cool, but I mean it is what it is.
I know
they're doing what they got to do, but I always wonder, like, whenever they do post something that's from the underground, something that's actually, where they're actually trying to throw something at you to, get you to listen to, and I've always been wondering, like, how exactly, how many people actually fucking click on that stuff and listen to it,
Yeah,
but I guess
it definitely did well. Some of the bigger ones do better than some of the other bigger ones, and I'm not gonna, like you said, I don't want to start, naming names on this, but one or two of them definitely did way better than all the others, as far as like if I look the next day to see how many people, streamed on either Bandcamp, or depending on if what the link was. I look at my video on YouTube if they link to that, or I look at my Bandcamp plays, or I look at my Spotify plays, and but all in all, it definitely helps. I mean, absolutely no doubt about it.
That is cool, man. Well, I mean, you got to get it out there any way you can,
Yeah, I was like ecstatic that to get into those bigger sites like that. It really was very cool.
I mean, Decibel, dude. Fucking anytime I see Decibel post anything that we sent over, dude, I'm like fucking. I sometimes I think I get more excited than the bands do.
It's cool. Yeah, definitely. It means a lot, and they're they get a lot of stuff, so they are somewhat selective. So if they're willing to put it up, you got to feel good a little bit, because they picked that out of a pretty tall pile.
Yeah,
so it was cool. Definitely.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, because those bigger guys, man, they get hit with so many fucking different things all the time, every day. So like,
yeah.
When you email them or anybody emails, if I email them or somebody emails them, dude, and they have fucking actually put it in there, dude, it's like, holy fuck, man. Like, yeah, dude, that is cool, because it was picked out of God knows how many fucking,
Yeah.
There's a lot, man. There's so much, dude. Like, I know, because I'm not at that level at all, I wouldn't say, but I get fucking hammered every day with so much fucking shit, it's like, and I try to keep up with it, man. I'm trying to to post everything.
Well, you do a good job of that.
And fucking help everybody out, but like, god damn, man, I'm like, fuck, man. Like, some of these I know those motherfuckers that are getting hit probably 3-4 times as much as me, for them to pick something out of the mix to put it in there, that is, and that's why I get so excited when I see something like that. I'm like, fuck, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
hell
definitely.
Yeah. Gotta tell everybody, man.
Definitely. Well, you definitely do a good job of like keeping track of everything and responding. So I give you props, because like you said, and I know that there's only so many hours a day, and you seem to be putting in a lot of hours. So you're doing a great job. I mean that honestly.
Hey, man, I'm still working at a fucking day job too, man. I'm still going.
Exactly.
I'm still going to a factory every day for 8 hours a day, man. Just standing there the whole day, fucking thinking about, man, fuck. There's all these things I got to get home and post. I got to get home and fucking email this motherfucker back. And I'll be looking at my phone while I'm at work, and somebody's emailing me. I'm like, fuck, I got to get out of here, man. It's fucking shit.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you gotta eat, right? But you handle it really well. So congratulations on that. You do a great job.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
So what's coming next for you in the future, man? What can you tell people to look forward to coming soon?
Well, I haven't really started writing anything new yet. I've for two reasons. One is I've been kind of busy just trying to promote this album and to get it out there. And, the next one, I have to see how this one does, to be honest with you, because it is so much a part of my life, and how much and how hard and how much effort I put into these. And so depending on sort of how this release does is how quickly I'll have, I guess, I hate to say it, but the motivation to put a full album together. I mean, what I might end up doing is, do like 3 songs at a clip and then release those. But if this album does well enough, and I don't mean like sell thousands of copies or anything, I would just, if I can literally make half of the money back that I spent on this, and get a little bit, I don't know, just sell a little bit, and I don't even mean sell, but just get a little bit more, I guess I'll use the word notoriety, then I would be a little bit more motivated to do like a whole full album again, and go through this whole process over again. But if not, then I'll continue writing music, no doubt, but it'll probably be, like I said, just a couple of songs at a time, 2 or 3 songs at a time, and I'll just release them that way, and I'll put them up on I'll put them up all on, for digital downloads and stuff like that. Maybe aggregate it together for a CD every once in a while. But who knows? Let's see. When the vinyl comes out, if the vinyl does well enough where at least it's a break even for Josh, and then I'll consider doing physical releases again after that. So that's where that's sort of where my head's at with this. Again, I've just started writing. I'm just kind of getting back into the mood to start writing music again. So that's sort of where I'm at right now.
Well, for somebody that's just getting back into doing it, man, you are fucking doing it, dude. I love it, man. Everything that you're doing so far, I fucking love it, dude. You got my support 100%.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, no doubt about it, definitely.
I'm not just saying that because you hired me or anything. I'm saying
no, I know it's genuine. Listen, the fact that you contacted me, you contacted me to do this interview, like, again, you have people to choose from, so thank you.
Yeah, I had another band lined up for tonight, and they canceled. Well, it didn't work out, and I was like, fuck, man, what I'm going to do? And I was like fucking looking at my list, and I was like, you know what? Brett, man, he's at the top of my list, dude. I gotta call him, dude. If we can,
thanks.
Let's do this, man. And I thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, no doubt. Hopefully, hopefully it's interesting and not too boring.
No, not at all, man. Fucking. So yeah. Speaking of supporting the bands and everything, tonight is Bandcamp First Friday. So anybody out there listening right now, live to the show, man, if you go to Journey into Darkness on Bandcamp and purchase something.
Yeah, actually, what I did was special for this show. Hang on here. I'm gonna just post this up here. Okay, that came through. Cool. And use code. What did I do? I did Metal Devastation Radio. So use code MDR for 20% off.
Holy shit! All right.
I'm trying to type a message here, but it's taking some time here. But if you go to the Bandcamp and you use MDR code MDR, it's 20% off everything. And I got shirts on there, and there's CDs, cassettes, shirts. Even have some bumper stickers, and like I said, the vinyl is unfortunately not out yet. The pre-orders are starting. There's a link on the Bandcamp if you want to pre-order vinyl, but it's going to be another, 2 months maybe, unfortunately.
Okay, so if you go into Journey into Darkness right now on Bandcamp and you type in MDR as the coupon code,
yeah,
you'll get 20% off of anything.
Correct. Yeah, and I'll leave that up for prefer today because there's no Bandcamp fee, but I'll leave it up for the weekend anyway.
Dude, that's badass, man. Hell yeah, man. Hey, everybody out there listening right now, you fucking heard that shit, motherfuckers. Get on there and fucking support this motherfucker.
Thanks, I appreciate it. And hey, if you want to, also you can go to Spotify. I realize that not everyone wants to download or whatnot or want CDs anymore. So there is a. Let me just throw the link up for Spotify on there too. Actually, you know what I'm going to do?
You can post that in the chat room too.
Yeah, I'm going to actually post my website, and if anyone's interested, on my website you got links to everything, to Apple, to Bandcamp, to Spotify, Deezer, Instagram, Facebook, etc. All the links are on there. So anyway,
hell yeah,
that's it. I won't do any more promotion. But thanks for the space there.
Hey man, that's what we're here to do, dude. Fuck. We're just trying to help you out, man. Fucking bring it out to as many people as we fucking can, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It helps. Definitely helps. Like I said, there's a lot out there. I mean, there's a lot, and it's dumbfounding how much music is out there. Compared to, it's not even the new stuff, right? You have all the old stuff. So in 2000 you had all the stuff from 1990. In 2010 you had all the stuff from the 2000s. Now you have, you just have all that old stuff, and now all the new stuff. And there's new, how many albums come out a week? 50?
Oh my god! Don't even ask me that,
crazy.
Man. It's unfucking real, man. And I'm a huge fucking metalhead, dude. I love everything. I love being a part of it, and being a supporter of it and everything. And I have been since I was a little kid. But and definitely the stuff that I grew up with, in the early days. I certainly hold some of that stuff to a certain fucking level. But I mean, I take in everything that I fucking find, and I always have been, and that's who I am, dude. Like, that's who I fucking am, and that's what I do, and it's hard sometimes because there's so much stuff coming at me every day, and I'll be honest with you, man. Sometimes I go to bed and I'm thinking, I can't go to sleep because I'm thinking, fuck. Did I fucking play that one band? Did I email that one motherfucker back? But at the same time, you can only do what you can do, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
We're only human.
Yeah, it's true, and it's funny because with all the new stuff, like, I don't even listen to old stuff anymore. Like, I know people my age, like, sometimes they get into, like, oh, everything from, like, the 1990s is the best, everything sucks now, and I'm like the opposite. I'm not the opposite necessarily. I like stuff from back then, but, the new stuff is great. The production's amazing, the musicianship's amazing, the songwriting's amazing. There's so much good shit out now. Like, I can't keep up with it all, but, I try to listen to new stuff basically every day for the most part, but there's just like tons of good music that comes out. It's weird because I don't even get a chance to listen to the stuff that I used to listen to now. So
it is, man. But hey, like you mentioned earlier, dude, and I listen to a lot of older stuff too, man. Like Ted Nugent and everything, man. I don't care about the politics or anything about anybody, dude. Fuck it, dude. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks, man. I'm just listening to the music, man. And I still love all that fucking shit that I grew up with, man. Aerosmith, fucking Motley Crue, fucking all of it, dude. Fucking, it's just, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away, man. Like, if it does, there's something.
Once a year, I'll put it on. That's the way. Basically, once a year I'll put that stuff on. Once a year I'll put the Sex Pistols on. And once a year I'll listen to Hell Awaits, that kind of stuff. Immolation's still putting out albums, so I mean, you can, I'll put on the first album once a year and then listen to the new stuff. I try to listen to the old stuff occasionally, once in a while. But 95% of what I listen to is all new now, or at least within the last couple of years.
Man, Metallica was showing. They were sharing something from the Moscow fucking show that they did back in the day. They had Pantera opening up and AC/DC, I think, was the closer, man, and Metallica, dude. That show, I wish I could have been there, man. Like, when I watch those videos. And they show stuff like that, and it takes me back, man. I remember being a kid watching that shit on VHS, but like now, watching it on YouTube, it's just like, fuck, man. I wish. Yeah.
Well, some of those old videos, I'm like I was at, that show I wasn't, but some of those old shows I was at, and some of the videos that you can throw up on YouTube is pretty cool, and those those shows were like, it was amazing, but I guess I'm not sure I'm the segue into this, but I don't go to shows. I don't go to shows anymore. Like, for the last couple of years, like I said, because of my ears. At this point, I can't. I'm saving my hearing for writing music, so I don't get to go to shows anymore. But I definitely miss going to those shows. But I love watching those. I like watching the old videos, though. As far as listening to music, I like the new stuff. But if I want to watch videos, I love watching videos from the 70s, the 80s, and, maybe even some of the 90s stuff. Mm-hmm. But those early videos are just, if I watch an old Ted Nugent video from like 1970, and, I don't know, it's just very cool to watch.
Yeah, he's jumping around with the fucking feathers on his fucking,
yeah, it was bow and arrow. Although he still does stupid shit too. But like old Rush videos, you're watching Rush do playing 2112 live, back in like 1979 or something. It's really cool watching that stuff. So the videos, I like to watch the old stuff. The music, I like to listen to the new stuff.
Hell yeah, man. All right, well, brother, I'm about out of questions for you. Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
Listen, thank you very much again for this interview. I appreciate it, and thanks for everyone in the chat room there and everyone who's kind of tuning in and listening. Just thank you. I definitely appreciate it. I do.
Hey,
it makes it better.
Really, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and everything, and we hope you the best, and fucking we will be here to help you in any way that we can, man.
Cool. Thanks again. I definitely appreciate it. And let me just throw out a for everyone out there for listening and watching here. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
All right, cool.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some more brand new Journey into Darkness for these motherfuckers so they can go crazy, all right?
Yes, I appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, Zach. Thanks again, man.
Cheers.
Later. Cheers.
There you have it, folks. Journey into Darkness live on the Zach Moonshine Show. Motherfuckers. What did I say earlier? Crank it the fuck up, man. Put your speakers in your fucking windows. Put them in your front lawns. Put them in your fucking neighbor's driveway. I don't give a fuck. Shove them up their fucking ass, man. Make these motherfuckers hear this shit, dude. If you don't fucking see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you ain't cranking it up like I am.